Alright, hello, and welcome back to Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. And I was thinking about that as I was signing off on the last video. Kind of weird language we use on the internet, on Twitch streams and on YouTube, pre-recorded YouTube videos like mine. I'll see you later. Why? I'm not seeing any of you, technically speaking. You're not here in the room with me. When will I see you? Anyway, it's just one of those weird dialogue ideas that everybody says that I don't think anybody ever stops to think about. Like, really? I'm not seeing you. What am I talking about? I'm basically talking to myself here. Basically put, you're not in the room with me, or we're not in video or whatever, Anyway, it's just something I was thinking about as I was ending the last video. But now, as I commented on after the end of the first elemental dungeon, you fight the boss, restore the crystal, revive the restore, recover the crystal, then step back out onto the world map after having done so. You actually see changes. Again, you can harp on this game for being overly simplified all you want. But god dang it, why can't more of the modern games do this? There it's like you do go through all that, then you get back out on, and nothing's different. Nothing's changed at all in the slightest degree, graphically speaking. Dialogue may be different, yeah, but graphics are... Yeah, way to go, modern games. Graphically speaking, you got your ass handed to you by this 16-bit RPG for beginners. I hope you're happy with yourself, Dragon Quest XI. Yeah. Much better game overall in every other way, but... yeah. Oh, well. Anyways. See, now I think we gotta go... Wait a minute, no, not into the house. Into the building, so to speak. How do we get in? Shoot, I forgot. Oh yeah, okay, down here. Or over here, I should say. Into the water. Wait a minute, I can actually go in water in this game. Wow. Water isn't a lethal water isn't deadly in this game, what do you know? Usually in these old games it is. I melt in water or something. Like the ages-old analogy often given on this channel of Margaret Hamilton in Wizard of Oz. Ah, melting! I mean, Wizard of Oz being my favorite movie of all time and all. And yes, I said that. Laugh if you will. I don't give a shit. If I cared, I wouldn't have said it. Now, would I? Anyways. What are we down here for? Is there anybody down here? Or is there anything down here? Oh, there is somebody down here. Okay. The hell are you doing all the way down here? I guess. I mean, I do have a knight's sword and a noble armor. Now here we go again with Captain Mac. Oh, yeah? Venus Key. What do I need this for? Fireburg. Gee, I wonder what kind of dungeons we're going to be having in a place like that. Oh, well, I like that. Direct to the point. Like some of the original spell names in Dragon Quest games. Return or... yeah. Ugh. God dang it. Ow. Yeah. I mean, I guess I had to stop myself there because I guess thinking better of that, I mean, return, zoom. Zoom kind of serves that same purpose, direct to the point of what the spell does for you. Or outside, evac, again. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Never mind, forget I said anything. In that. Anyways. Again, since I don't have the exit spell. Oh, wait a minute. Was there anything else I was supposed to do down here? Other than just get that key? I don't think so. I don't remember there being anything else to do here. Okay. Alright, well, I'm just going to leave then. Again, I don't remember there being anything else to do here. I mean, if I have to come back here again, so be it. At least it's not that long a trip. Not like walking back out of the ice pyramid just now in the last video. Through multiple floors. I mean, at least there were no random battles, you know, no enemies to fight, unlike the first Final Fantasy game and walking 3 floors back out of the Earth Cave after getting the Star Ruby, only to walk back into that same room where you got the Ruby from with a different item. Yeah. All the random battles you have to fight both ways. 1 middle finger, 2 middle fingers. Dang, I can't do 3 or 4. I only have 2 hands. Oh, dang it, I already used that joke in a previous video, but yeah. At least here there are no random battles, so yeah. Anyways. So you're staying here then, I take it. Yep, alright, fine. Alright, now, before I go any further in story, I am going up here to this one. Momentarily skipping the first battlefield of the 2 to go directly to this one. There's an item here that I want to get for completing all 10 of them. Alright. Edited out some of the battles for this battlefield. I mean, it's all been easy battles since, you know, you're kind of playing through this solo. I mean, to be fair, you could play further ahead going the opposite direction and ignoring these battlefields for now. And yeah. But alright. Anyways. And of course, like I also said, being over-leveled, drastically over-leveled, like 10, 15 levels over-leveled helps too. But come on now. Let's be honest here. What RPG have I ever played through where I wasn't seriously over-leveled. Yeah. And no, this is not a trick question. Anyways, and the reason I bypassed that first one... Oh, never mind. I had the wrong one in mind. Oops. My bad. I just got... Okay, way to make a chump of myself. Okay, excuse me while I wipe the egg off my face. I had the wrong one in mind. I was thinking it was that second one. Oops. Oh, hey. I did say that it has been a while since I played this game, especially this far in, so yeah. In my defense, I'd like to point out that I'm surprised I remember as much about this as I do how long it's been since I played the game. At least, 2 or 3 years at least. Yeah, about that. Since just before the Pixel remasters came out on Switch in 2023, once that happened, I've been replaying 1 through 6 so many times. Pixel remaster version. Even Part 4, the game that I used to always knock on endlessly. And this Battlefield idea does get a little tedious after a while. Just fighting the same enemies. But then again, so does grinding in general, potentially speaking, so... Exit spell. Yeah, the item that I went through the first... So I could have swore that was the item you got in this one. That's why I headed directly to this one. Had it backwards as usual. I'm always backwards, but now I have the exit spell. No more of that walking out of the dungeon when we're done bullshit. Finally! Yeah, just like the first game. Which at this point, well, actually no, final part 4/2 was out by the time this... Never mind. I was going to say, which at this point, when this game came out, was the only one that was available here in America, but no, 4 was all. Granted, it was mislabeled 2. But, yeah. 6, released as Part 3, wouldn't come out for another couple years yet at this point, when this first released in late 92. Frick, when this released here in late 92, Japan gamers had just gotten Final Fantasy V. Roughly a couple months later. I mean, this came out here on October 5th of 92. And Final Fantasy V came out in December 3rd or something like that, without looking it up. So a couple months later. I mean, yeah, we kind of got the shaft there. I mean, I do love this game, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be playing it if I didn't. But let's be honest, it's no Final Fantasy V. Not by a long shot. So yeah, we kind of got shafted there. Good game, but just not as good as the one that... Yeah. I mean, it doesn't pay to complain about stuff like this 34 years later, but... Yeah. At least we eventually would get Final Fantasy V. Granted, it took another... I can talk, I swear. It took another 7 years, 1999... and the Sony PlayStation remake along with Part 6 as 6 for Final Fantasy Anthology. Anyways. Oh yeah, that's... Now, like the Falls Basin and that block puzzle with the pushing the block, those blocks in there to pushing them in the right places to get to jump on. And another part of the game that I got stuck on initially. I mean, I knew after getting that, after the first dungeon and how that worked out, and getting that second coin to come here and open this door. Okay, we go through onto the new area. What? Great, I'm stuck. Yeah. Great, what the hell am I missing? Yeah, well, good for him. Ruben. Okay, whatever. Yeah, there's your hint. Except, well, more about that in a minute. Venus shield, okay. Not that you'd want to, but, any other place you put this statue and it just ends up right back where you. Yeah. Of course, part of the problem for me not only that statue and it always resetting. But not even going down this way in the first place. Thinking, oh, the way through has to be where the key, which it is, sort of, but got to open the path first. Might as well, why not? Wait a minute, go back, damn it. Oops, my bad. I forgot the chest over there to the left. Granted, I think that's just a magic spell that I'll probably never end up using, but still. Just... I'll get there one of these years. Might not be this year at this rate, but... Yeah. Oh well. Fireburg and meeting this guy, Ruben, is just going to have to wait a little longer. I mean, come on, he's been waiting all this time. Another few more minutes won't... Yeah. Blizzard, yeah. Figured as much. A spell that I probably won't be using much. Nothing down here? Nope, alright. Make sure I'm not missing anything else. Well, other than those little item chests. Potions and arrows, and well, we won't be getting any more arrows now that Phoebe is gone, but yeah. Bombs. mean, granted, that puzzle didn't take as long on my first playthrough to figure out as the one back in the Falls Basin did, simply because I didn't realize you could push those blocks. You know, I thought they were just part of the background scenery. Since I missed that initial dialogue, like I said in that video, since I missed that initial dialogue that appears when you enter the place, somehow I didn't catch that, so I noticed all the other paths, but couldn't figure out how you got to them. I'm like, what? Oh, great. I need an upgrade to my claw, you know, like I said in the... Yeah. That puzzle took me, on my first playthrough, took me longer to figure out than it did how to get here to where I am now here. Anyways, fight through these off-screen between videos and show the contents on the next video. You know, fight through the first 9 battles out of 10 for each of them. Then on the next video, I'll show the final result, final reward for all 10. But for now, cool soundtrack piece. Not that I noticed that for another 6, yeah, a little over 6 years, 6.5 years, until early 1999 when replaying this game in the aftermath of Ocarina of Time. Hey, like I've said many times already, from 1988 to 1998, early 1999, I would always, 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 caps locked, underlined, exclamation marks, quotation marks, always turn the sound down on the TV and put on whatever rock album I wanted to hear for that day. And that would be my music for the gameplay. Always. Emphasis on that word. Until the first or second day of playing through Ocarina of Time for the first time, when I didn't feel like doing that. Just let the TV, you know, yeah. Again, one of the reasons I have such high regard for Ocarina of Time. The game that actually made me care about video game music. Yeah. Not because it was my first Zelda game, it was my 5th, just like it was the 5th game released in the series history. Not because of childhood memories, I was already 27 years old by then, hardly a child anymore. Anyways, just, again, point being, once I did play this game, actually listening to the music some 6 years later, 6.5 years later, mid-1999, yeah. Not just drowning out the soundtrack with you. Anyways. What's this here for? Hidden item. Okay. Don't I have any keys? Oh. Oh, you don't have anything to say, huh? Oh, gee, thanks. By the way... Oh, I can't actually go through... Oh, okay. Yeah. As I mentioned in earlier videos, you know, we are now to that shop I mentioned that sells these. Not that I need them. I've never been using much magic spells. I've always been, as usual in these games, so over-leveled that I could just rely on physical attack for the most part. Have the magic spell capabilities if need be, but not rely on that. So... But yeah, for those who do use magic spells more than I do, at least now you have have access to a shop that sells those seeds / ether potions in other Final Fantasy games. Yeah. Let's see, are you... Okay, you're the one I need to talk to for story, but first things first. Where's... Hey! Sure, another weapon upgrade. Cool. Well, now we're back to the axe being the best weapon in terms of attack power. Alright. Wait a minute, whoa. What's down here? Oh, it's another one of those things. Okay. Yeah, once I find the item that allows you to use this, if I'm remembering correctly, that takes you back to Aquaria. Nice little fast travel shortcut per se. Since Final Fantasy games, I've never had the return/zoom spell of Dragon Quest games. Yeah. Would have been easier to just do that, but yeah. Anyways, got my weapon upgrade. Not that I really need one. I mean, I just got one in the last dungeon, but oh well. Okay. A mega grenade. Alright. Secondary party member. So yeah. He's at level 23, so I guess developer suggestion or whatnot would for you to be at like level 21, 22 around that same area, since general idea is when you first meet your secondary party member, he or she is a couple experience levels ahead of where you are. Yeah. Well, too bad, developers. I'm like 15 levels ahead of what you had in mind. Ha 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 ha. As usual. If it's an RPG, I'm over leveled. Yeah. Okay, that doesn't change the dialogue there. By the way, what band? Twisted Sister? No. I guess that's supposed to be Johnny Be Good from what I've heard. So I guess this would be a Chuck Berry cover band. Doesn't sound like Johnny Be Good to me, though. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tone deaf, but again, that's just something some people had said somewhere. I don't remember where I even heard that, but anyways. Another key. Man, we're getting a lot of keys here. Go back down here again. Oh yeah? What, is he trapped under the boulder? Good thing his legs aren't broken, or probably are actually, but yeah. Should we be bringing some paramedics with us? I mean, if he's trapped under a boulder, his legs are probably... Yeah. Oh. Alright, level 3 bombs. Alright. Now that I've done all that... Dude, get out of my way. Could go left, and we'll eventually for some more battlefields and whatnot, but first go back and fight through the ones I skipped over to get to Fireburg. Yeah. Again, fight through these 3 battlefields and the 2 up ahead the other way. The first 9 of the 10 battles, and then at the start of the next video I'll show the end prize for fighting all 10 of them to start the next video with. But in the meantime, until then, as always, thanks for watching. Have a good day, and we'll see you, quote unquote, see you next time. Bye.